Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angela March. Yes, I'm still having issues with the bangs. I'm not sure if I want to cut them or not, but that's irrelevant right now. So, I guess I just wanted to hop on here and just let whoever was watching this, or whoever's maybe watching this that's going to read the thumbnail, which is job hunting, right? So, I got laid off on March 3rd of this year, 2026. And I'd been working for this company since 2018. And I just want to say, if you are searching for a job, any decent job, it's going to take a minimum a month for anyone to get back to you. And I think that's been the most frustrating part, because you're job hunting. It's not like you're, well, I guess what I want to say is when you're laid off, that is unexpected, even though I kind of knew it was coming. But if you're looking for any kind of decent job, your job, and you start signing up for like Indeed, Glassdoor. I never did Monster. I looked on there a little bit, but I never applied through Monster. The amount of scammers that are on these job sites is absolutely crazy to me. So if you're applying, especially remote work, right? I was really trying to solidify a remote job so I could maybe move states and get back to a place I loved. And even the paid job sites. Honestly, a lot of the jobs were the same. I did a free trial on Flex Jobs. It was 7 days. And I was on there for hours a day, literally. And a lot of those jobs I'd already seen on Indeed, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, etc. And I am thinking about now hiring a headhunter. I'm not sure what the term is here in 2026, but that's what it was years ago. Headhunter is someone who, kind of does all the legwork for you, which is great if somehow you can afford it, being laid off. But it has been frustrating, irritating, annoying, because it takes so long for them to get back to you. And I turned down several jobs because I was like, something better is coming along, and nothing better has come along. And I'm really referring to a higher dollar jobs, careers, whatever label you want to put on that. However, here's the kicker. The jobs that pay, like I originally wanted 2 part-time jobs or one decent full-time job. As we all know, it's expensive to live. So I figured 2 part-time jobs, I could work over 40 hours, because I really don't have qualifications for for salaried positions. I think I do, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I just don't have the energy or the time to look into that research right now for a salaried position. If I've seen one that has, the things that I'm qualified for, yeah, I have applied, but I don't think that my skills are for salaried positions right now. So it's just been incredibly frustrating. And not only are you searching for a job, it's imperative that you do the research because of all the scams out there. Oh, well, let's see if our bank's compatible with how you get paid. They ask for any of your banking information before, the HR, the HR. That shouldn't even be in an interview. Whoever is interviewing you online in a Teams, I've had interviews on Teams. I've had interviews on Zoom. I've had interviews, I've had chat interviews And as soon as they, and yes, there's been a couple of times where, you know, everything checked out, everything was legit. And then I go and get on this Teams meeting or whatever it may be, chat, and then they'll, 15 minutes into it, well, what is your banking? Where do you bank? Not your information as much as where do you bank? We need to see if we're compatible. Well, let me tell you something. They are an upstanding, if it's not a scam, they're not going to ask you that in an interview. So, didn't take me long to figure that out. And, the psychological part about being laid off, you almost go into panic mode because bills keep coming. The bills keep coming, and you can't just, you start getting you start getting, seeing what's out there. And, thankfully I had been looking for a part-time job for a little while at this point, just to supplement my income and, maybe not having to live, so close to paycheck every month. And while I made good money, the company I worked for, it would have been impossible. They would have been giving me a 10 to 20% raise every 6 months for them to keep up for what is going on in our economy right now. And that is sad. And the tariffs, I had a conversation with one of my old managers last week. She just wanted to check in and see how I was doing. And they don't even know if they're going to survive. If things get worse, they don't even know this company. And this company's been around since the 80s, I believe. 84, 82, something like that. And I know I'm rambling right now. But I just wanted to jump on here and say, if you do get laid off, if you're it's everywhere. If you do get laid off, expect a month to 6 weeks before anybody gets back to you about anything. I know that's hard to hear, but that is the truth, and that is what I've been going through. And yes, and any job, right, that I took a part-time job that paid $17 an hour. Now, I know to some people that's a lot of money, but in reality, it's not a lot of money. And part-time, so I'm only working until I find another job, 32, I'm working 28 to 32 hours a week. And I'm very thankful for that because, you got to have some money coming in because the money's going out. But I just wanted to jump on here and say, just be careful of the scammers. Do your research. If it looks too good to be true, it is. And constantly, if you're in any of the creative side of things, keep your resume or your portfolio updated with any and everything. Like I have done some things in the past that I deleted that would have looked great on a portfolio, and you can't recover that. Once they're gone, they're gone. So just make sure you stay on top of your game and you keep the things, especially in the creative field. Keep that portfolio. Don't erase anything or delete anything that you think maybe help you in the future. Just stockpile that stuff, because I've had to try and recreate some things, and no, they didn't turn out as well because at the time I was trying some kind of new technique or new layering or new scale or color combination. You don't remember that a year down the road. Keep notes, keep your portfolio up to date, and just stay on top of your game, because at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, we're all, it's, companies don't care about you. They really don't. They really, really don't. So please keep that in mind. Don't ever think that you're safe, because you're not. I ran into one of the IT guys, the head IT guy at the company I just got laid off for, and he had a team of 6. And I had no idea, but they laid off 3 of his IT team. So now he's doing, he and the 4 of the 3 of them that are left are doing the jobs of 2 people each. And I could tell he's so nice. He's such a nice man, and he was so good to me all those years. And I could see it in his eyes. I could hear it in his voice how frustrated he was. And it's not my old company's fault, right? It is who is in office, who is his cabinet, all of that. And if you think that doesn't play into it, you're wrong across the board. You are so wrong. And I hate to say that. I try not to get into politics or religion on this channel. But that's it. He is tearing this country apart. He has taken our jobs. Not only that, but then you got to pull into AI. I took an AI class when I, had some, well, I still have free time, but when I had more free time. It was a week and 4 hours a day. So however many that equates to. AI's coming. They are. And it is. AI is coming. It is. Not they are. Between who's the cabinet, who's in charge of our country, and the AI, that AI class was fascinating and equally as frightening. It was crazy to me. And honestly, it was above my head. Some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. It was wild. I was like, oh, this is it. Machine is taking over. But I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to tell you my experience is what's going on. And I am educated. I was a small business owner for 2 decades. I know how business works. I know how marketing works. I have multiple small businesses under my umbrella company. Just be aware when you're out there looking for jobs. And if you are unhappy at your current job, start looking before you're laid off or let go or burned out and you just want to up and quit. Just make sure, that you've already updated just be prepared. Can we ever be too prepared? Absolutely not on any level. So just be prepared and be very mindful of the scammers out there. And the process is long. The process is irritating. And the BS that you have to go through just to, find another job, look for another job. And yes, some people are that lucky that they have that reputation and their name is their resume. That's a very small percentage of the people out there. Very small percentage. So that's just my little TED Talk. Finding a job. And these new graduates that are, I don't know if you lost out, but I lost out on a job that I was very excited for. They liked me, I liked them, they liked my portfolio. It was social media content creation and a little bit of admin. And it was between me and someone else, and they went with someone else because that person had interned with them, a summer or two ago. And that's right. That's only right. I wasn't mad at that. That person is graduating, and I'm very happy for them. It sucks for me. However, I'm happy for them. And, just, I guess I don't want to use the word socialize because I don't know what the term is I'm looking for online boards. Definitely connect with your industry people if you can, if you know where they are, if you know where to find them and how to get in there. And because sometimes your name speaks volumes over a resume, and if you can showcase your work, that speaks volumes over your resume. And some of these, I would say at least half of the jobs I've applied for wanted me to check this box. Are you okay with AI reading your resume, or whatever that statement was? And because these companies are implementing AI now, there's no turning back. We have to come to terms with that. What was I going to say? No. That would have knocked me out of the resume process and the process altogether. So, but always remember, if you can, live below your means. I know that's hard with today, but I'm real thankful that I worked very hard for a long time when I worked for myself, and I do have some resources. So I'm not. Yes, I am pressed and I need a job. Don't get that wrong. However, but I have been able to not go into panic stress mode, right? But if nothing comes through, I will be, right? I figure I have another month. And so the jobs I've been applying for the last couple weeks, please, let something come through. And I did get turned down from a job from the state I want to move back to, and that hurt. I was like, oh, come on. I was like, please come on, universe, do that for me. And alas, no. But, what do? You just move on. You keep it rolling. You keep it, and I know you get down and kind of, I'm not a depressed person. I'm, okay, I get irritated, then it makes me angry, then therefore I stay motivated. But, there has definitely been days that I've been like, oh, I'm done. But when life does settle back in again, I'm due for a vacation. Not a staycation, a vacation. Like, I don't want to see where I am. I just want to go somewhere new and exciting things. But anyway, I digress. But good luck to everyone out there who is job hunting and searching for something, whether you've been laid off, you're burnt out, you just need a change, whatever it may be. Just, stay motivated and just keep the wheels turning, and something will come up. It always does. That's a blanket statement. Everything will be okay. I hope everything will be okay. But I think that's all the rambling I have today. I hope I made sense, and I hope, if you have any questions or any comments, leave it in the, is it the comment box? Whatever. Leave a question or whatever, and if I can answer it, I will. And if not, maybe someone else that's watching this video can, because we're all in life together, whether we know each other face to face, through videos, through social media, we're all in it together. If you have any advice for me, maybe I've missed a job site. I would love to work fully remote, or, half remote, hybrid, anything like that. If you have any advice for me, please, I'm here for it. I love it. I love a collaboration with people. If we need to start a conversation, let's do that. But that will be all for me. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And again, any suggestions, any advice you may have to someone watching this video, please comment below. Thank you, and have a great afternoon. Let's see, today's Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next one.